Hello again, I'm LindaMarshall. Fishing for new business? Well, isn't everyone? You bet your bass. That is part of the brochure that the gentlemen who are with us on the show today have created for their new business. It's hard to see, but it's very clever. And I'm delighted to have with me today the Frosts, Mr. Ronald J. Frost, president of the Frost Marketing Group, Incorporated. He's in the center here. And Mr. Gerald G. Frost, president, CBC of G Frost Advertising Incorporated. Yes, they are brothers. And they have a very interesting working relationship, business, and I'm delighted that you're here so that we can hear all about it. And of course, I should mention too that Ron Frost was at one time vice president of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. That was an 18-year stint, right?
Yes, it was, Linda. 18
marketing,
wonderful
advertising,
years. Yes.
public relations. And he informed me that he's going to be checking out the belly and hog prices as they come up on the screen today. He's still trading. He also wrote a book, Options on Futures. I know that probably many of you watching are familiar with this book, Options on Futures. When did you write this, Ron?
I wrote it in about 1989, and it's now in second edition. I never really wanted to publish a book or write a book, but I was doing seminars and somebody said, wow, you know, this 190-page handout, you perhaps want to turn this into a book. And I said, no, I'm not interested in writing a book. But I took it to a publisher and they said, embellish this and we'll make it a book. I said, okay. That's how it happened.
Okay. Well, how did Frost Marketing Network happen?
That's my brother's idea, really. He's the real creative one.
Well, we put this together because we want to get the right people and right talents for the right price to give to our customers, because we want to put the companies in touch with the people who want to buy their products and help sell their products. We get the right people, the right talents.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody thinks advertising is so easy.
Oh.
You know, it's all based on how does my mother like that ad or my grandmother. But we want to put, the companies in touch with the people who want their services or their products. Mm-hmm. It's that simple.
If you have a great message, no matter what it is, if the right people aren't getting it.
Right. That's the old saying, it's like winking at a girl in the dark.
Right.
You may know she's doing it, but she may not. So if you've got a great message to tell,
right.
Get it out there in the right fashion. Like fishing, you present the right lure to the right fish in the right climate at the right speed. That all comes together.
Interesting. Now, you have always been in advertising?
I've been in advertising, for 20-some years. Actually, I started out in sign company. That's why I'm doing interior decorating for national food stores and doing all their paintings and stuff like that. And I kind of liked that. And I found out there was a little bit more fun in doing advertising. You get a lot more challenges in it. So I got into that many, many years ago and been in it ever since.
Mm-hmm. But you haven't always worked together, have you?
No.
Oh, not at all. No. In fact, we could turn this to the Jerry Springer show with the ideas we have. You said what? but seriously, that's what's good about it. He thinks one way, I think another way. You get, and he has many personalities himself. So, for the creativity, you don't always have to agree. In fact, one plays the devil's advocate to the other, and that happens everywhere. I'm sure it happens here. And so, we kick out these ideas. He's very good at executing the plan. I love to do the market research. I love to find out, in fact, I probably like the market research even better than I like the advertising, to find out what makes people tick. Why did you buy this beautiful piece of jewelry around your neck, or why did I buy this tie? These are the things that I find fascinating. I like to talk to people. I told you before the show, we live in an illogical world. If life were logical, men would ride side saddle.
I had to put that in.
That's great.
But we're trying to communicate to the people the idea that, yes, I want that. People buy things based on how owning it will make them feel, or they perceive will make them feel.
Well, of course, advertising has changed so much, and today with the
Computer.
internet, computers. Wow,
Yeah.
it's a whole new world. And you did not start out in advertising with all of these options available
Right.
to you. So not only has it been a benefit to you, but it also has to be a tremendous challenge
Right.
in trying to, to keep up with all of the changes.
Right. Yeah, and one of the problems with the computer that brought in is everybody and anybody can do something on a computer, but that's not advertising, because you could put a square here, a block here, and put a piece of type up there. They think that they're designing and they're being designers and that. And I do a lot of work for one of my clients. It's a European company. They do their own brochures, and when it comes to the United States, they asked me to redo them because they didn't like the way it was executed, so that I would fix them up because it was done not.
So it was done overseas.
Done overseas, right?
And
Yeah, and and sometimes I go to customers and they have somebody in the office, put something together and say, here, we want to put this ad together, and it's just not right, so then I have to redo it. They might have all the information there, but it's not done in a pleasing way or in an effective way where the message is being lost because it gets to be too cluttered in some cases, and some clients might like it cluttered though. They want everything moving, and kids today, if you're advertising to the younger people, they want to see a lot of things going on. And that's why a lot of commercials, I think, on TV have a lot of things going on. They have, it's real fast paced and you can't focus on anything. And the kids just like it. It's just exciting to them.
kind of like ADD that we were talking about earlier today, right?
Right.
Well, with the internet and web pages, that's added a new aspect to your
Oh, yeah.
business, right?
Oh yeah, and in fact, it's more challenging. In fact, you could do a lot more in creating moving graphics to show how products work. In fact, even on my site, I have a couple of things that I invented that I'm trying to market, and I show little moving graphics in there, and then you could tell them the message in a more specific way where you want them to read it, because you're focusing on going to the specific page that you want them to read in the order you want them to read it in. Sometimes in ads, they're designed where the people don't read it the way you want it to read it, and it's kind of confusing. But the internet, you could actually force them to look at your pages in the way you want them to see them. And my page, I like to make it a little entertaining too, so.
Well, when I first picked up on the Frost Marketing Network, it was through a publication, Talking to the Boss. We've had them on. We get a lot of people from them. And I was really interested in the fact that you were targeting these smaller businesses. Is
Right.
that a major part of your business?
Well, no,
significant part?
No, it's not. It's not a major part of the business, but everybody is starting up a new business. There are a lot of small businesses coming up. A lot of people working out of their homes nowadays. So we offer a program where people, starting up a business, will do a logo for them, the letterheads, business cards, envelopes, an ad for a certain cost to get them started. And then to get them into the marketing aspect, so we kind of build the customers, because eventually small companies get to be big companies. So you don't push aside small companies, and then, you always have the medium-sized companies and the big companies.
Now, Frost, the Frost Marketing Network, gfrost Advertising, is located in Barrington, Frost Marketing Group in Prospect Heights. How does this all sort out? It's a little...
How do we get things done?
Yeah.
Well, we use the internet and the web pages and faxes and stuff like that. So, and we communicate a lot, and we get together as little as possible, actually.
That's right. We can't be together too much, but my sister will attest to that. And also, on occasion, we'll take a client's out. I have a home in Galena, and we'll go out to Galena because you really want to sit. And the best clients, see, it's a two-way street. When the client is very good to you, they will tell you, look, here's what our marketing problem is. Now you're the expert. Now you solve it. And we like to become part of the team. And we don't stand out there alone. We're not our own marketing geniuses to promote ourselves. We sincerely say, okay, you've got this problem here. You want to get this message out? Let's sit. You have to be honest with us, okay? What's really good about your product or service? Why does it stand out? If I went to my dentist, I could say, wow, he did a great job on my teeth. And that fell out while I was talking, and say, okay, well, okay, but I have to tell, here's my product. Be honest with me. what is that message you want to get across to someone? In 30 seconds, you know, what can you tell me in 30 seconds about your product? Make me say, aha, or eureka. Yes, I really want that product and I must have it. I must have it today.
What have you seen as perhaps the biggest changes in the advertising marketing arena since you've been involved, other than the actual technical aspect, in terms of what people are receptive to, how people are, you know, reacting to advertising?
Well, I think people today, my brother alluded to it earlier, you have a younger crowd that looks, there's more instant gratification. We've always had some of that. You know, if you buy this hairspray, this underarm deodorant, this cologne, you'll be an instant god or goddess. They want it done now. They like to go to the internet. I mean, the internet is a wonderful marketing medium now. And you know, you almost have to have your own website. And that's one of the things that my brother's very good at designing. The websites. I mean, kids love to sit there and you can look all over. And I think you have more boutiques, more smaller agencies like us coming into the business.
A lot of consolidation in among the bigger agencies.
Right, right. And sometimes people want a fresh idea. And they want something different, and they'll say, well, you know, we've been through your agency, you have a wonderful agency, you have great scheduling, great this, but we're looking for that something a little bit snazzier, you know, something that really make me say, aha, well, I noticed that. And, you know, and I think too many people sometimes go for just awards. I'm not interested in awards, I'm interested in making the customer make money.
In looking at the materials that you've sent me and talking with you, I sense a very keen sense of humor on both of your parts.
Well, that's in this day and age with marketing and communications, it's the age of humor, you know, and all the commercials, look at them, all they have a sense of humor, and that sells. People remember a joke more than they will remember, you know, some forward message saying that this is our product is great. You know, if they make fun of their product, look at, you know, Volkswagen has done that for many years, and they're very successful at it. Yeah. And you make fun at yourself and, you know, their own companies, and people remember that.
You have a special niche?
A special niche? No, we do have one in the kitchen. No, we don't have a special niche. If, like I said, we get the right talent at the right time. So in other words, if somebody looked for something, you know, specific, we would hire the person that has been used to doing that type of work. So niches are not.
Yeah, so niches. We've done work for small companies. I've done work for brokerage firms. I've done work for exchanges, even in New York. You know, we'll go anywhere. We have a couple different rules. I don't like to do work for products I don't like or people I don't like, and that's not, you know. And
so you do reject.
Yes, and my brother, he's got his own rule. If the person says money is no object, he packs up and we leave, because that means they're not going to pay us anyway. So why, you know, fool around with it?
That's right.
Okay. Well, what do you anticipate is ahead for gfrost Advertising and the Frost Marketing Group in the new millennium, and what kinds of issues is that going to raise for your business, and what are you doing in terms of Y2K for various clients?
Well, we're actually all we're actually looking for is to get 3 good quality clients per year, and then a lot of marketing research, the projects like my brother likes to do, and then it keeps him away for a while. And but that's we would like to, you know, actually would like to hire a couple other salespeople, so that then I could spend a little bit more time doing the things that I like to do. I like to do the artwork and the drawing stuff of it. Well, so I like to let him do the selling part of it.
He's also got a son that's very good that assists with various
with the internet stuff.
The internet stuff.
He's good at that.
And I think that is a real key. I mean, look at newspapers today. You get less and less readership of various magazines, and they're excellent papers, excellent magazines. There's excellent stuff on the internet. I mean, people sit there and they become, you know, widows or widowers by sitting there on the internet and playing with it all day. But see, I think that's where it is.
Have you harbored any resistance, you know, to the internet? When you first realized, wow, I had better get with it, was there any problem that you faced in your business?
No, I just wanted to get on the internet because I know that that's an upcoming market area. A lot of my clients, they'll go to business, and so the search engines are our biggest thing. The type of products that you have, you type it in and get the search engine for this, and then they go to my client. I don't go to sell products specifically. None of my clients really have catalogs on there, like mall marketing and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good way of actually showing off your product, especially if it has some motion to it. You know, it's like like a TV commercial. You know, you could promote it that way instead of just a still brochure or an ad even. So it's a great tool, I think.
Jerry, why don't you give Linda this little item here? This is something my brother's done here. It looks like a CD. Jerry Frost presents. See the many faces of him? That's all the same fellow up there, and that's him.
That's Jerry.
That's him.
I can
The
tell.
creative
Mm-hmm.
guy. And here, this is a gift to you. It's a CD. Jerry Frost presents your favorite tunes played with his favorite instrument.
All right, let's see what this is. Am I doing it the oh. Oh, well, of course, you can play any tune on this, right? A radio. Very clever, very clever. Well, that's a great promotional giving. I like that. Now, is that something that you dreamed up yourself, Jerry?
Right. Well, actually, I saw it. You know, it was a product that was
That's
available for
wonderful.
promotional pieces,
uh-huh.
and it's very. And the way I'm using it is kind of a fun way of using it, but a lot of people, you know, could do their advertising on it and hand it out. And people have it sitting on their desk, they're listening to the radio, and they see the name is in front of them all the time.
You try to be efficient in your
Right.
business.
Right.
And effective.
And effective.
Right.
Will you handle any client in any industry if you agree with the product, et cetera? I mean, you don't. You're not industry specific, or
No, we're not industry specific. It's just like Ron says that, you know, we're not. There are certain clients that we don't want to, you know, work for, and products that we do not want to sell, and
such as what?
And some products that we may not know enough about, any scientific things. Like if we had a company that was making heart pumps, or how to transfer new blood transfusion, or something about rocket space, although
You have to
we
say
do work
goodbye.
for
Time
emergency.
is that?
emergency. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Frost Marketing Network. Mr. Ronald Frost, President, the Frost Marketing Group Incorporated. Gerald Frost, President of CBC. gfrost Advertising Incorporated. We thank you so much. Wish you
Thank
good
you.
luck and a happy, healthy New Year to both of you. Please come back.
Thank
And
you
the
very much, Linda.
Same to you and all your viewers.
Thank you. I'm Linda Marshall. News coming up. Stay with us on your most complete source for business news, the Stock Market Observer.
Nothing compares to Seattle Sutton's healthy eating. Because we prepare all your meals for the week. Our meals are not frozen or dried, they're fresh. They're for anybody who wants to eat healthy or lose weight. We have delivery available to your home or office. At Seattle Sutton's Healthy Eating, we follow the guidelines of the American Heart Association. Low fat, low cholesterol, and sodium